There's power in privacy. Peace of mind is one of the most underrated things on the planet. Somebody on one of my videos made a comment the other day ago. They said, I want the world to know. And I'm saying to myself, no, you really don't want the world to know. So I said, let's do a video about this topic. And I think there's a lot of people out there that want to prove the world wrong. But listen, if nobody is clapping for you right now, good. If nobody is paying attention to you right now, that's even better. Now, why do I say that? Well, because when nobody's watching you, you can build up leverage, and you can build that leverage in silence. And that's a good thing. Now, why do I say that's a good thing? Here's why. Nobody knowing you is a good thing, especially while you're trying to build some stuff up. First, you can make mistakes in peace. Nobody's watching your every move and your every mistake. You can make mistakes and be bad and learn in the background while you're bad, while nobody's paying attention to you. You don't need the world to know. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. So when nobody's watching, make all the mistakes in the world you can make, because as soon as people pay attention, they're watching for your downfall. So you want to go ahead and use the time when nobody's focused on you to make those mistakes, right? Because no spotlight means you got the freedom to fail, the freedom to pivot, the freedom to learn without being judged critically. You're going to be judged harshly at some point anyway. Just get over and get ready for it. But when nobody's paying attention, it's easier on you, right? There's no pressure to perform because other people are watching. There's no pressure to perform for applause, right? No need to chase validation because ain't nobody checking for you. So you get a chance to chase results. You get a chance to chase real progress without eyes, right? You got critics. Listen, all of us have critics. All of us, no matter how nice and sweet and kind you think you are, somebody don't like you for some reason. You got critics out here. But the deal is, when you're building in silence and you're staying anonymous and nobody knows you, can't a lot of people be criticizing you? So you can avoid some of these unwanted opinions, because everybody got an opinion, especially nowadays on social media, right? People have I remember a time, tell me if you know this is true in the comment section below. Am I the only person that remembers a time when everybody's opinion didn't really matter? We didn't care how you felt about the president. We didn't care how you felt about this topic or that topic. There was a time when opinions mattered very little. I miss those days. If you miss those days, let me know in the comment section below. But listen, when nobody knows you, nobody's inserting their opinions on what you're doing or who you are or who you're affecting or how you're doing XYZ, right? Nobody can have anything to say about your vision because they don't even know your vision. They don't even know you exist. You just build in the background, and you can stay focused on the process and not focused on performance, trying to perform your talent or perform your gift or perform your purpose, right? No audience means you focus on the mission, not how you look doing it or what other people think about what you're doing, right? Too many of us think too much of that. And so for the person who said, hey, I want the world to know, now you really don't want the world to know. It's not for the world to know what you're doing, right? You don't owe the world an explanation. You don't owe the world social media updates. You don't owe the world proof that you're effective or proof that you're progressing or proof that you're winning. You don't owe the world that. So the world doesn't need to know. Listen, by staying anonymous and nobody knowing you, you're being patient. You're just getting your grit. You're building your foundation, and you're doing it all without external praise. That's important, because too many people nowadays, they rely on external praise. They get their motivation from external praise, right? Or external validation. You don't need that. You just build, right? And here's another thing. When you're building in silence and nobody knows you, nobody can steal your moves. Nobody can take what you do for themselves, because there's power in privacy. That's a superpower nowadays, especially when half the world or a third of the world is all putting all their business out on all the social media platforms and feeds and telling everybody their every move. And every time we win an award, we got to run to LinkedIn and got to pose next to a famous person. Every time somebody passes away, somebody posts all their pictures of them shaking hands with somebody who's famous, who's no longer here. Look, there's power in privacy. I know that sounds odd, because people are so used to social media today, right? But peace of mind is one of the most underrated things on the planet, right? Because your silence and privacy is a protection, right? And it protects your vision. It protects you from envy and jealousy from other people, right? And all the other distractions that may come with that are protected by you maintaining and supporting and reveling in your privacy. That's allowing you to build a stronger foundation, because quiet work leads to deeper roots in what you're trying to build. And so when the spotlight does hit you and everybody does know, you're unshakable because you built a strong, solid foundation anonymously without fanfare, right? Because listen, I found this out too. When people start to praise you too early, or when people try to hype you up too early, sometimes that can stunt your growth. I mean, think about it. When somebody, oh, he's great, he's good. Next thing you know, it starts filling up your head that you're great and you're good and and next thing you know, you don't keep working as hard because people have filled up your head about how great and how good you are. And you think, oh, I just wake up in the morning, start breathing and blinking. All of a sudden, I'm the man. That's not how it is, right? So sometimes when people give you too much hype too early, you don't grow to your full potential because you don't have the motivation and the inspiration to keep working as hard as you was working. And it's natural. You sort of rest on your laurels because all of a sudden your head starts filling up like you really have accomplished something. But look, when you build in silence and you build anonymously, you can't get that extra premature praise where people are hyping you up, right? You don't need that when you're in the battle, when you're trying to win, when you're trying to get better, when you're trying to build your wealth. You don't need that premature praise because it'll throw you off, right? The silence is what's oftentimes going to keep you humble and keep you hungry at the same time. Guys, if you're getting anything out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button below. Also, please share this video with your friends, your family, and your network of people. Now, let's get back to the video. And so the key is this: when you're working anonymously and nobody knows you, you don't have to spend time and energy explaining. You just have to spend time and energy executing and building and creating and producing, right? And so you can stay focused on your faith and your vision, where you're trying to go. When you learn how to walk forward without hand claps and praise from other people, that builds up your belief in who you are and builds up your faith in what you can accomplish. And so you begin to have this intrinsic motivation, not this extrinsic motivation of everything around you. You're motivated by you. You're motivated by your mission. You don't need the outside applause to get you hyped up because you hyping yourself up, right? And that's building real skills. That's building a real strong mentality. That's building a real strong foundation. When nobody's watching, when nobody's pushing you, when nobody's hyping you up, right? You're refining the craft. You're developing the gift as opposed to performing. That keeps the focus on mission. That keeps the focus on purpose, not ego, right? It's less noisy when you're building and the world don't know. It's more silence for you. And that can bring on clarity for you. Less distractions, more strategy. That's what we all need. So we don't need the world to know, right? The world's gonna find out. Don't worry about the world. You're building for you and the people you are set on this planet and purposed on this planet to help. You're not building for the applause. You're not building for the world to know. You're building for the people who need what you have to deliver. You're only building for them to know. That ain't the world. So listen, that's why I say nobody knows you. And that's a good thing. Nobody knows you. That's your advantage. You have an advantage when nobody knows you. Stay anonymous. Work hard in the background. Listen, if you got any value at all out of this video, do me a favor, smash that like button for me. Share this video with somebody else who needs a little bit of motivation, some inspiration, right? Some encouragement. Just share this video with somebody for me. And hey, in the description box below, I've got the 24 Laws of Money, a free ebook about the principles that took me from a negative $30,000 net worth to a 7-figure net worth. Get your free copy in the description box below. Listen, the best person who's going to take care of that old you is not your kids. Is not your grandkids, is not the government, is not the president, is not your local mayor, is not even the nursing home. The best person that's going to take care of that old you is the young you. the you today. Guys, take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.